This week on Inside Boulder News, City begins sediment and debris removal from major drainage ways. A collaborative zero waste program increases composting at a local apartment complex. And you're invited to design your own mini park on University Hill. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. This week, sediment and debris removal began in Boulder to restore pre-flood conditions in area creeks. The removal efforts are focused on city-owned properties, including 14 drainage ways and Boulder Creek.
Our concern is that if we don't remove this sediment, that the conveyance capacity of the drainage way will be reduced, and so when we have runoff or if we have a storm event, a minor storm event, it'll cause flooding again.
Crews and surveyors are using topographic maps from before the flood to ensure elevations are restored.
We have a monitor on site who is taking survey information and also monitoring the quantity of material that's being removed from the site so that we could get hopefully reimbursed by FEMA. So each truckload is being monitored. They're going to have a tower here and they'll look into the truck and make sure it's full, and then every truckload that's taken out, we pay per cubic yard.
At the same time the city is tackling these projects, CDOT and the Urban Drainage and Flood Control District will be working on their own sediment and debris removal.
As you're probably aware, a lot of these drainage ways go along bike paths, multi-use paths, so people need to just know that they might be asked to stop when trucks are crossing the path. The contractor is required to have traffic control on the roads as well as the bike paths, but the public should just be aware that these projects are happening.
Initial sediment removal work for the city is expected to be done by May. You can follow the cleanup and learn more about flood repair efforts at boulderfloodinfo.net. The City of Boulder teamed up with EcoCycle, Western Disposal, and Boulder Housing Partners to confront the challenges of composting and recycling in multifamily units.
A multifamily unit is an apartment or a condo, any complex that has more than 8 units, typically attached units. On average, multifamily units recycle and compost 20% of their waste, whereas other segments of the population, like single-family developments, are recycling and composting 62% of their waste. So Boulder Housing Partners was really enthusiastic and excited to add compost service and help their residents divert more waste.
We have about 1,100 units in the city of Boulder on 30 different sites, and we see that connection of zero waste being a very important goal for the county and the city, and we want to be part of that.
One of the reasons that we chose Calmia was because it is a family site. So most of the residents that live there are part of a family, and something that we've been told over and over and over again is to focus on the kids whenever it's possible, because it's the kids that will come home and they'll encourage their parents, no, that isn't waste, that's compost or that's recycling. And then they're also able to take that knowledge kind of through the rest of their lives, and knowing that this is a site that's very family focused, it made perfect sense.
We educated the residents with trainings. We went out door to door, talked to them, had a quick survey, and then also answered any questions that they had, and just basically tried to educate them on recycling and composting.
The goal that we set for Calmia was to recycle and compost 10% more of their waste. And this was based off of a baseline audit that we did back in August, and that showed that back then, Calmia residents were diverting 29% of their waste, and so we thought it was a realistic but still attainable goal to set 10%. And so throughout this project, the residents have not only achieved that goal, but they've actually surpassed it, and they're now keeping 41% of their waste out of the landfill.
As we've done Calmia, and as we're looking forward, the residents that live in the communities are very essential. They're the most important part. There's plenty of things that we can do as an outside source coming in and changing their pickup days, changing the amount of dumpsters that they have, adding new signage, giving education. That's all very helpful. But we need people in the communities that understand and that really want to push their community to be more sustainable.
The Calmia apartment complex is the first phase of this zero waste collaboration. The best practices learned from Calmia will be used to customize the program for additional multifamily units this spring and summer. To learn more about Boulder's zero waste efforts, log on to zerowasteboulder.com. Think big, build small. The City of Boulder invites any and all creative thinkers to participate in a competition to design a miniature park on University Hill. The city is looking for different ways to improve public spaces and plans on using this competition to test out the success of a parklet.
A parklet is an opportunity we take to repurpose a parking space or a portion of a street and make it into a public area, make it into almost a miniature park. With seating areas, possibly some plants, just a nice area for people to be able to sit and visit. The benefit to having a parklet is it provides another place for people to gather and for people to be able to spend time together and socialize. And honestly, it's a lot of fun. It's really just a neat way to repurpose our area, provide public space, and then the opportunity to get a little creative on University Hill.
The parklet is designed to be temporary and will be put in place this spring and taken down before next winter. Entries are due by March 7th. 3 finalists will be chosen and the winner will get to design a parklet on University Hill. Entry forms and details can be found online. Supporting the business community is a priority for the City of Boulder, which is why it offers several incentive programs. The Flexible Rebate program rewards businesses for their investment in the community and dedication to environmental sustainability. Boulder-based Robotics Inc. was just awarded up to $30,000 in rebates.
Robotics is all about creating connected toy and connected play devices. So our first product, Sphero, is a robotic ball that comes with 30 different apps that you can play with it. We've had enormous success with it. It sells in 70 different countries. Our next product coming out is named Ollie, and it's a tube-based robot that will again come with multiple games and apps that you can play with.
So the Flexible Rebate program is an incentive program aimed at high-impact primary employers. So these are companies that are bringing new money into the community and are making investments in equipment and maybe renovating or expanding their facility.
We moved the business from downtown Boulder because we were expanding and growing. We needed new facilities, a great environment for our employees, and just places to develop new product and software. So it was exciting to have that level of growth and be able to go from our startup roots downtown to East Boulder, where we could spread out our wings a little bit.
So as the company makes their investments, as they purchase new equipment, purchase new computers, pay for their building permit, they can submit receipts for those specific purchases and be reimbursed for the sales and use tax up to the $30,000 amount approved by the city manager.
If your company is interested in applying for the Flexible Rebate program, a great place to start is bouldercolorado.gov. Click on Doing Business and then Economic Vitality. You'll find eligibility requirements, sustainability guidelines, and answers to frequently asked questions. This week, Boulder Young Professionals celebrated 5 years of networking success in the Boulder community. Formerly known as Boulder 2140, the organization is an affiliate group of the Boulder Chamber and is focused on professional development, volunteering, and social opportunities. Local business owner Sean Oshman says his involvement in Boulder Young Professionals has helped build his business and connection with the Boulder community.
Boulder's a small town, and Boulder likes to support itself. We're very local focused, and if given the option, people would love to support the locals. So when it comes to business, it starts with people trusting you, I think. And if they know you, they trust you, and then they'll come to you and they'll recommend you. And that's been the case for us since day one. For the past 5 years, I Support You has grown by an average of 230% in gross sales every year. And that's due in no small part to the fact that we're active and engaged members of the local community. And this 2140 involvement, Boulder Young Professionals, is just one aspect of that. It's just great to network with the community and just be part of it, so people know your name, they know where you are, and there's accountability associated with that, which is great.
Membership for Boulder Young Professionals is free, and benefits include access to events and activities, a monthly newsletter, social media networking, and access to job postings. To register, log on to boulderyoungprofessionals.com. Tickets for the 5th annual Taste of Pearl went on sale this week. Taste of Pearl will feature samples from local restaurants paired with tastings from Colorado wineries and spirit makers. 15 downtown businesses will provide the setting for this 4-hour experience. The event isn't scheduled until Sunday, April 13th, but tickets have sold out the past 3 years and attendance is capped at 500 people. Tickets are available online at tasteofpearl.com. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.